Your Boyfriend Diary. Episode 87.
12:15 a.m. Namibia sleeps soundly as you look for your diary. You can't find it anywhere and you start to feel stressed. You suddenly hear your phone ring, distracting your thoughts. You answer and smile when you hear his voice.
Listen, I know I literally just saw you at rugby, but I want to see you again. You snuggled up in bed yet?
You say you're going to be sleeping soon.
That's cool. Look outside your window real quick.
You pull back your curtains to see Bradley Lee standing outside his car, staring up at you. You clutch your necklace, his tall body lit by the white street light. You tell him you'll open for him now. Downstairs, you hug his tall body and plant a little kiss on his lips. Bradley Lee admits he can't sleep. You ask if he drove all the way in his PJs just to tell you that.
You got me. I just wanted to see you, spend more time with you. You have me in a daze, genuinely.
Bradley Lee says, as he keeps you close. You tell Bradley Lee he can sleep over then. But nothing beyond that.
Aw, come on. You really think I'd drive from the coast for a booty call? I just came to get my hugs and cuddles from you.
Bradley Lee says. You tell him you'll give him his cuddles, as he kisses your forehead. You and Bradley Lee retreat to your bedroom. He removes his slippers before getting into bed beside you. You lay in his big arms, which keep you warm and comfortable. You tell him you never expected to be like this with him. Bradley Lee smiles at your honesty and says he's happy to be with you. Bradley Lee says he wants to speak to your brother tomorrow. You agree and say it's better to just tell him, as opposed to having to hide your feelings.
Nah, I fully agree with that. Alexander is mad protective of you. He must feel it's his responsibility as your older brother, especially after everything, you know.
You say that's fair, but that he's probably more worried about this ruining his friendship. Bradley Lee kisses your head and beckons you not to worry about that. You agree as you rest your head on his chest. You fall asleep beside Bradley Lee, his gentle breathing soothing you as he strokes your head to sleep. Bradley Lee takes you to your family manor to pick up your diary. You meet Alexander in the passage, your diary in his hand. Thank you. I was so worried before I texted you, you tell him as he hands it to you. But Alexander is distracted by you and Bradley Lee's close proximity, again. Alexander asks if you and Bradley Lee are going to brunch together after this. You and Bradley Lee exchange glances as you both follow Alexander to the couch. You feel a bit more confident now, sitting beside Bradley Lee, his arm resting over your head rest. Bradley says you had just had brunch together, actually.
So are you two seeing each other? Or what?
Alexander asks you and Bradley Lee. Bradley Lee nods and says he's been waiting for the right time to tell him. Alexander says he doesn't approve, making Bradley Lee laugh quietly. You tell Alexander you don't appreciate how he's been on both of your backs lately. You say it's really unneeded of him. Alexander says Mum won't be happy about this. No disrespect to Bradley Lee. You ask if Mum is here. But Alexander doesn't answer and reveals that he's read your diary. He adds that it's ridiculous what Bradley Lee had done to you last year. He read every single thing about Bradley Lee last night after rugby. You tell your brother that's really out of order and that you never go through his things. Such a busy body, honestly. Alexander says he's happy he did, and that he won't let you date a guy who clearly isn't right for you. A guy who can't even treat you well the first time.
What? Bro, I'm your literal mate? Why are you being so upset for?
Bradley Lee says, as he keeps you close.
Oh, please. I know you dated that Chelsea chick to get revenge.
Alexander says.
So what, bro?
What do you mean, so what? How do you date one person to get the next? You are the problem, Bradley Lee.
Are you crazy? This all happened last year, Alex.
I don't care when this all happened, dude.
You're making such a fuss. Why are you going through people's diaries?
I'm glad I did.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, spare me the nonsense, Alex.
Why didn't you just tell me you two were hooking up?
We're not hooking up. And even if we are, why do you need to know what we do?
You're supposed to be my main man, not sneaking off behind my back with the one person I asked you not to go for.
Good grief. We're not 12 anymore, Mr. Family Guy. Get over yourself.
You're still not dating my sibling, Bradley Lee.
You calm both guys down and tell Alexander he really can't tell you what to do with this relationship. But your brother sighs and says he already told Mum. You exclaim and tell him this is simply ridiculous, honestly. Bradley Lee whispers that it's best you both just go and allow Alexander to cool off. Alexander tells Bradley Lee he's not leaving. Bradley Lee asks him what he's acting so bold for, and that Alexander knew for years how he felt about you. Alexander says he didn't know he'd be such a dick to you. You sigh and get up, upon telling Bradley you don't have time for this. Bradley Lee pulls out his car keys and tells Alexander it's your choice to be with him. Your brother lets you leave, after a heated back and forth with both you and Bradley Lee. You hold Bradley Lee's hand so tightly as you walk to his car. Bradley senses you're hurt and asks what's wrong. You say you're so sorry for all this, and that you never wanted to have him and Alexander fight this way. You never want to ruin their friendship. Bradley Lee feels bad and pulls you into a hug. He tells you it's not your fault, but you say it is, and say you ruin everything, every single time. Bradley Lee assures you and says Alexander can't dictate your connection this way. You hug him beside his car, feeling so upset.